Travis, I guess he apparently said it. So let's take a look at this. Let's get you. We'll go to X real quick. We'll go to X. Let me go to X real quick. My bad. I'm trying to make sure that we get as much done as possible. This is important work we're doing here. But we got to adjust to the timing. So take a look at this video. Take a look at this video.
This report tells us how to cut waste, cut red tape, streamline the bureaucracy, change procurement rules, change the personnel rules, and create a government that works better and costs less.
I've read it, and where it says the president should, the president will.
Among the 800 recommendations, eliminating 12% of the federal workforce, merging some government agencies like the FBI, the DEA, and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, closing hundreds of government offices outside Washington.
From the day I took office, one of the commitments that I made to the American people was that we would do a better job here in Washington in rooting out wasteful spending. We thought that it was entirely appropriate for our governments and our agencies to try to root out waste, large and small, in a systematic way. It means cutting some programs that I think are worthy, but we may not be able to afford right now. A lot of the action is in Congress and legislative, but in the meantime, we don't need to wait for Congress in order to do something about wasteful spending that's out there. We haven't seen as much action out of Congress as we'd like, and that's why we launched on our own initiative the campaign to cut waste. And we're going to keep on finding every possible way that we can do that, even if Congress is not active. There you go.
I just played that just to show y'all the goal has been for a lot of these presidents to eliminate waste, to cut the government, to be more efficient. So I know that it's Donald Trump doing it, and that's a lot of people's problems, the fact that it's just Donald Trump doing it and it's Elon Musk. But I just wanted to remind us that this has been the goal of a lot of presidents for a very long time. So a lot of people may be sitting here saying, well, yeah, it's been the goal, but it's the way that Donald Trump's going about it. It's the way that Elon Musk is going about it. I don't know. The Stockholm syndrome is just coming to my mind. I don't know why, but I'm just telling you, it just popped into my mind. And I see what Ant wrote real time. My brain just be all over the place. We have fallen so much in love with our oppressor. Our oppressor, right? We've fallen so in love with the Democrats that have convinced us to continue voting for them while doing absolutely nothing for them, that we will get more upset about how Donald Trump and Elon Musk are actually doing the things that the previous presidents had goals of that they did not get done. But we will be more upset at Donald Trump and Elon Musk because, well, it's the way that they're going about it. But we'll get more upset at them for actually making strides and being super transparent with the people. That's why the Democratic politicians are so mad, because they are being transparent with us and embarrassing the Democratic politicians and embarrassing a lot of the Republican politicians who have also contributed to a lot of this crazy, wasteful spending. But we will get more upset with the people that are actually achieving the goal and say, well, they're doing it. We'll nitpick with that. Well, I don't like the way they're going about it. I don't like. But we don't have that same energy when we look at Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Joe Biden. Y'all see I left Von's comment on the screen. My boy Clinton. Why is that your boy Clinton, bro? Why is Clinton your boy? Let me ask you this. Hold on. Watch this. And I'm just using you as an example, Vons. But we all fell in love with that. We used to run around and say that Bill Clinton is the first black president. We were so excited when Bill Clinton put his office in Harlem. We celebrated Bill Clinton in the black community. Let me ask you this, Vons. Can you give me 2 things that Bill Clinton did that helped your life or helped black people get ahead or to become more? Can you give me a couple things? He was in office for 8 years, I believe, right? Or, yeah, I believe he, well, I don't, did it get cut short with the whole Monica Lewinsky thing? I don't know. But he was in office. Can you tell me a couple things that Bill Clinton did to make him your boy? And I'm not just talking to Vons. Everybody else can chime in as well, because we all, myself included, we all fell in love with Bill Clinton. And then you get older and you realize, like, well, why? Bez said, LeBron was asked why you vote for Kamala. The ninja said, because I have a wife and daughter. He really did say that. Abortion push failed them. It's a fact. Dak's brain working in real time is indicated by grunts and growls. That's a fact. Vons wrote Elon Musk on some other. Elon be on devil time after that Hitler salute. I'm done with him. You see how emotional black people are? The Jewish people are not even done with Elon. The Jewish people came out. What is the group? The group that protects people against anti-Semitic thing, the ADL. They came out and said, no, people are taking it out of context. Elon Musk was not saluting Hitler. They actually defended him, but here you have Vons, a black man, who's calling him the devil and saying he's done with him after he did the Hitler salute. This is just another example of black people getting overly emotional about something that does not even impact them. Another example, we're seeing it. Vons went from in a minute, he said Bill Clinton's his boy, and he said Elon's the devil, and he's done with him after he did the Hitler salute. Meanwhile, Jewish people are sitting here defending Elon Musk. Jewish people are probably doing it. Why? Maybe because it's in their best interest to do so. Because they realize that they can use it. I don't know. I don't know. They did not get over. They're thinking more logically, not emotionally. And that's why they are successful in this world. And that is why we are not successful, because we get so emotionally attached to things that don't even impact us. Oh, yeah, we'll fight for the LGBTQ movement. We'll fight for this. We'll fight for that. We'll fight for... Why are we so emotionally engaged in things that have absolutely nothing to do with us? Speaking of getting ahead, Ebony wrote that part. The Anti-Defamation League, yeah, right, the ADL. Watch Elon talk. Vons, I've seen Elon talk. All right, so let me ask you this. Vons told me to watch Elon talk. I'm going to give y'all a perfect example. Vons, I love you. You know you're my brother. I'm going to give you a perfect example of this. Vons just said he's done with Elon, called Elon the devil, said he did the Hitler Nazi stuff. Okay. Then he just told me to watch Elon talk. Vons, since you want me to watch Elon talk, I've seen him talk. I'm assuming that there's something that I should be, that I'm missing. Tell me what I'm missing when it comes to Elon talking. Give me an example of something that Elon has said that has offended you or that has hindered your success. Maybe I'm missing it. I'm totally open to the fact that I may be wrong. Vons, tell me exactly what I'm missing. What did Elon say? What do you want me to watch for? At least just give me the heads up so when I'm watching Elon from now on, I'll know what to look out for, because I may be missing it. We all have blind spots. Just tell me exactly what it is that I'm missing. And if you can tell me what I'm missing, cool. Now, if you don't write anything, then doesn't that kind of make my point about us getting overly emotional and triggered by certain things and not having the logic behind it and just getting caught up in, oh, he's racist, he's devil, he did the hit. Vons, tell me exactly what I should be looking out for Hitler. I mean, for Hitler, what I should be looking out for Elon Musk. Ebony wrote, I be minding my black ass business when folks act out. Sit back like popcorn. Facts. Elon Musk doing the Hitler salute. If that, like, I'm looking back like, all right, what's the ADL going to say about this? ADL came out about Kyrie. No. Hey, Vons, did you, a lot of us, I didn't see any of the NBA players who got Nike contracts coming out and supporting Kyrie when all he did was tweet a link to a documentary that most people just didn't even watch, but everybody bashed Kyrie. So we'll bash Kyrie and be okay with him getting crucified. But then when it's Elon Musk doing something that supposedly actually offends the Jewish community, they're defending it. Why? Because they are logical. They are practical. They use their emotions in a logical way. We get played and bamboozled with our emotions. They use their victimhood in a positive way to become more successful, to unite. They use it as a rallying cry. We use ours For what? To beg for reparations? To beg to get fooled by, oh, Ayanna Pressley, I'm glad she's pushing legislation. Yeah, well, she didn't do it when she had the leverage. Bez wrote, nothing wrong with the devil, Vons. He need love too. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all like. We getting the room filled. We got 20,000 people in the building. And Vons wrote, my emotions are not ruled by money. My emotions are not ruled by money. You mean your logic is not? Vons, just give me an example of what I should be looking out for Elon. See, you almost distracted me. Once again, Vons, keep it. I'm just using that as an example. He came on here saying Elon's the devil. Just watch how he speaks. Watch how he speaks. Tell me what he said. Give me an example. Crickets. Vons, just take heed. We've all gotten caught up in emotional things. We all have done it, but recognize, don't keep pushing. We don't have to keep pushing this battle. We can sit back and say, you know what? Yeah, I may have been a little bit overly emotional with that. I may have, involved myself in getting emotionally attached to somebody else's issue. Meanwhile, they're not even emotionally. I may have gotten caught up in that. Maybe I should be more logical. You don't have to keep going when things are not working. We don't have to do that. All right, next video. Where are we going? All right, let's go with RFK Jr. I want to show RFK some love. RFK, man, this is somebody that y'all know on the show. I was a big RFK guy, and when he decided to drop out of the race, I was conflicted. I'll be totally honest. It felt a lot easier. I thought it was going to feel a lot easier for me to vote for RFK Jr. than it was to vote for Trump. Actually, I've been pleasantly surprised. I was pleasantly surprised. It was pretty easy. The Democrats made it very easy. They made me very comfortable voting for Trump. And Trump's performance thus far has made me very comfortable voting for him. I think that the pros from what Trump has brought to the table have outweighed the cons so far. That may change, and I have to hold that. If it does change, I have to hold myself accountable to that. But I just don't see other people on the other side holding themselves accountable. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me go to the video that I wanted to show y'all with RFK showing his in the Oval Office, because like I said, one of the things that I was nervous about, and a lot of people were telling me, well, RFK Jr., Trump is just using him. He's not going to really put him in a position. He's not going to really give him power. And one of the things that made me comfortable at that time in giving Trump a chance was the fact that Trump was already giving RFK Jr. a platform. We have to keep in mind that Trump receives a lot of money as well. He relies on raising funds as well. So when you have a guy like RFK Jr., who is calling out the FDA, calling out Big Pharma, which is attached to a lot of these huge, powerful people and wealthy individuals that they rely on, that contribute a lot of this money and that manipulate a lot of what goes on in our country. Donald Trump putting RFK Jr., giving him a voice and a microphone, turns off a whole lot of powerful people in this country. So a lot of people were thinking like, oh, he's just doing it. Once Trump wins, he's not going to put RFK in a position. Y'all got to admit, Trump stood on it. He stood on it. It was not the popular thing. It wasn't even the popular thing in the Republican Party to bring RFK Jr. on. Let's remember, RFK Jr. came from the Democratic Party. So he was hated by the Democrats, and there's a lot of Republicans that despised him. Trump still stood on it with a handshake deal, and now RFK Jr. is the head of health. What is it? The Health Services, HHS. He's the head of it. We're not going to give Trump any credit for that, but it is what it is. I'll give him credit. Don't trip. I'll give him the credit that y'all won't give him. Let's look at this video that I want to show with RFK. And let me catch up with the comments before we get into the video, just so I can make sure. Oh, man. All right. Ebony wrote, I saw a video talking about Mars is not a location, but a state of mind, and practices that remove the human aspect and go straight technology. So Mars is not a location, but a state of mind, and practices that remove the human aspect and go straight technology. That's interesting. I'm not as, I'll be totally honest. I've heard a lot of people that are upset with Elon exploring space. Even I remember Elon was like visibly, like Elon was crying, like he was tearing up because I think it was Buzz Aldrin. I'm about to say Buzz Lightyear, where he was calling out a lot of the stuff that Elon was doing. So I don't know. I don't know. And here goes Vons. I'm not the one for examples. This is a microcosm of what has happened with the Black population. We will say all these emotional things, all this person's racist, this person's this person's that. But then when it's like, oh yeah, what did they say that was racist? You need to watch him talk. He's racist. Okay, I'll watch him talk. And I have watched him talk, but tell me what I should be looking out for. If you're telling me that OG, come on, Vons. Come on, Vons. Ebony wrote, I don't know, so I'm not confident in that. Just something I saw in passing. Yeah, I've seen some of that, Ebony. I just haven't really looked into it. I'll be totally honest. Excuse me, I have to go to a prior engagement. Great show. Uncompetitive, man. Shout out to you. Everybody wish Uncompetitive. Send Uncompetitive some good energy as we enter this weekend. Finish out Friday first and foremost, but then enter the weekend. Ebony wrote, but yay, RFK Jr. I'm praying for real change to our food and other consumables. That's what I'm on. Queez wrote, America has eat the rich mentality. We tend to say that they did something evil to get to that point. That's a fact. We have, it goes back to what Cat Williams told Shannon Sharp in that interview. We have a strange affiliation with losers. I think that's what he said. Don't quote me word for word, but we are the biggest haters. Like, we have been convinced to hate winners. The same thing happened with Patrick Mahomes. People were, yeah, I'm ready for somebody else to win. What? Like, okay, if you're rooting for the Eagles, you're rooting for the Eagles. But to say that you're just ready for somebody else to win, like, that's crazy to me. Like, damn. So if I work hard and become successful, it's like you're rooting for me to not be successful. A lot of people were happy when I got cut from the NFL. Let's be real. I know exactly who y'all are. I don't care, though, because I'm still that guy. You feel me? So it doesn't really matter to me. But it just, people root for you to lose. They want to ride the wave as long as they can and then root for you to lose because they don't identify it with their success. It just is what it is. Bonds wrote, RFK keeping his family legacy alive. I wonder if Buzz Lightyear is a spin on Buzz Aldrin. How easily my ADHD just kicked in. Oh, yeah, I think it is. Elon was calling Americans parasites. Americans are parasites. Well, first off, let me look at the definition of a parasite before I say something, Ebony. Let me look up the definition of a parasite. Parasite definition. Merriam-Webster. An organism living in, on, or with another organism in order to obtain nutrients, grow, or multiply, often in a state that directly or indirectly harms the host. I guess if the earth is our host, and I don't know, are we parasites? Someone or something that resembles a biological parasite and living off of, being dependent on, or exploiting another while giving little or nothing in return. Yeah, Americans are parasites. Isn't that with JFK? I think JFK was the one that says, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. Yeah. Y'all living off of something, but not contributing anything to it. Matter of fact, the Democrats are parasites. Y'all living off of black people voting for y'all and not doing anything for black people. Parasites. All right, let's keep going. Buzz said he never went to the moon. Yeah, he did say that. But then he came out and said other stuff. Buzz, matter of fact, he came. So our middle school in town, well, the one that I went to, they changed the name to Buzz Aldrin. And I remember Buzz Aldrin came and talked to the school. I wasn't there. I'd already graduated from middle school, but they were saying he came in there drunk, whatever, saying inappropriate things. So apparently Buzz Aldrin, I think he's an alcoholic. Don't quote me on it, but I think that he drinks often and has been called out on a lot of that. Let me look up the definition of parasite. How easily Dax 80. Yo, I gotta look into it. I don't even know what video. All right, we're on RFK Jr. Let's keep going. Yeah, stop allowing people to give you medicine for ADHD. ADHD may be a superpower. It's just how you look at it.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Secretary.
Oh, stop. Let me stop.
I want to begin by thanking President Trump for giving me this extraordinary opportunity, and I want to introduce my family and thank them for being here. My wife Cheryl, my cousin Anthony Shriver, my daughter Kik, my other daughter Kira, Catalina Shriver, Joey Shriver, Jackson Hines, and Amaryllis Kennedy. And I want to thank all of you for your support and throughout this whole 2.5-year journey. My first time in this Oval Office was in 1961, and I came here to meet or 1962. I came here and I had a meeting with my uncle, who was president then, where we talked about the environment. He was involved deeply, as we all know, in restoring physical fitness to this country. He challenged at one point during his administration, he challenged Americans to do a 50-mile walk, which I ultimately did, but I remember the day that my father completed his walk. We were staying up at Camp David, and my father came in after 18 hours walking on the CNO towpath with his feet bleeding and blisters on them. My father had one of his best friends was Al Lowenstein. And Al Lowenstein ultimately was a congressman from New York who was assassinated himself in 1980. But Al Lowenstein had started the Dump Johnson movement to get rid of President Johnson and end the Vietnam War. And at the time that he started it, people just thought it was a...
As you're listening to this, I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to give y'all a little, like, my perspective on it. Whenever I listen to, you know how Vaughn said earlier, just listen to Elon. That's what I kind of say when I say just listen to RFK Jr. Because there's a lot of people that don't like him, a lot of people that have bought into the propaganda around him, that don't understand his history of being an environmental attorney, the things that he's fought for, fighting for the little guy, his experience. A lot of people get caught up in the, oh, he dropped the bear off, or he had a brain worm, or whatever. I don't even know. Whenever I just hear RFK talk, I'm like, yo, why do people hate him so much? Like, legit, why do people hate him so much? And I got to bring up this conversation that I had with a friend of mine, where I believe that he actually thought, or maybe he saw one of my interviews with a mutual friend, or he sent me a picture where it's RFK Jr. with a brain worm. And I said, oh, you're not a fan of RFK Jr.? I actually saw it. Maybe I actually talked about this before. I saw it a couple days later. I'm like, yo, you're not a fan of RFK Jr.? And the reason why I'm bringing up this combo is because, why did I say I was bringing it up? Well, I don't know. It just goes to the same point of, if we allow other people to describe and to paint the picture of who RFK Jr. is, then it can be very different from the reality based on who he's always been, who he's fought for. And I just sit back and wonder, like, why are people so scared of him? And all you have to do is look at the people that he's fought against. He's fought against Big Pharma. He's fought against the Food and Drug Administration. He's called out the obvious problems that we have in our country with obesity. He's done all these things. He's talked about why was autism 1 in every 10,000 children, and now it's like 1 in 36. He's asking these questions. And what a lot of people have said, and even in this conversation that I'm referring to, he spreads misinformation. I really don't understand that whole concept of spreading misinformation. You mean he's been wrong on certain things? Okay. Who hasn't been wrong on certain things? Do we not recall what happened in 2020? Do we not think Anthony Fauci was wrong on things? Do we not think Pfizer was wrong on things? Do we not think do we not think Barack Obama was wrong on things? Joe Biden was wrong on things? Donald Trump was wrong on things? And what's so scary about them saying that RFK Jr. was wrong on certain things, in my opinion, is that, how can I say this? It prevents us from wanting to push the issue against the big pharma, against the Food and Drug Administration that is hugely and largely responsible. And it's us getting manipulated, but they have manipulated us into embracing an unhealthy lifestyle and an unhealthy diet, all to profit their own companies and line their own pockets. So when we can just get turned off from RFK Jr. and say he pushed misinformation, he was wrong on these things. Well, what about all the things that he was right on? And even if you challenge certain things and you're not right on it, it's still good to have people that will challenge these things. So what? Who's perfect? Who's perfect? I can tell you what's largely imperfect is our culture and our food and drug, the food industry being connected with the drug administration or the drug industry, and them having the food. Like, look at our country. There's a reason why we had, and I got to look this up. I got to make sure I look this up. There's a reason why people in America died from 2020. What happened in 2020? I don't even want to say the word because I don't want them flagging this. There's a reason why we died at a higher rate than most other countries. I think all other countries, but I'm just going to say most. We died at a higher rate. We're supposed to be the greatest country in the world, but yet we clearly have an unhealthy population that is extremely vulnerable to diseases, to all these other things. So why would we, clearly there's been misinformation that we've just accepted. How we live our lives is based on misinformation. The food that we eat when we go to the grocery, it's all based on misinformation. All of it. But then we have somebody like RFK Jr. that will challenge these things, but for whatever reason, we will just feed into the propaganda and get fooled into not liking this type of guy. But when you hear him speak, going back to the initial point that I was making, to Vaughn's point, when you hear him speak, what are the things that you're opposed to? Okay, he doesn't like certain vaccines, and he's made it very clear that it's certain vaccines, but let's say he doesn't like vaccines. Okay, so what? He doesn't like vaccines. Now, he's made it very clear, I got to say it again, that he's opposed to certain vaccines, especially ones where the research doesn't indicate that it's beneficial for a lot of people. We know that the big pharma, they control, we just played a video last show, big pharma controls all these peer studies and all this stuff. The big pharma controls these doctors. They control these medical professionals. They control the med schools. The doctors have called it out. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Let me make sure that y'all have any comments. Mont wrote, yeah, he's an alcoholic. I think you're talking about Buzz. ADHD is a superpower once you learn to accept it. I know I'm behind. Oh my God, what the F? Vons wrote, Dak, you sound like a Trumper. I can see that. To you, I can see that. I have absolutely no problem with that. I have absolutely no problem with that. My question to you is, who do you sound like? You sound like an Ayanna Pressley. You sound like an AOC. You sound like a Joe Biden. You sound like a Barack Obama. You sound like whoever, cool. Sound like a Trumper. And I'm also willing to still call out Trump about certain stuff that I dislike. It's not everything that I like about Trump, but I like Trump, the fact that Trump has the courage to stand up on a lot of these things that I think are problems with our culture in America. I like the fact that Trump's willing to bring a guy like RFK Jr. on. I like the fact that Trump's willing to bring Tulsi Gabbard on. I like the fact that Trump's bringing Kash Patel, Pete Hegseth. I like the fact that Trump, that we now have a country where people are signing up for the military more because they've been so turned off by America based on this Democratic leadership that when you compare our military to a lot of other militaries, it's very small. And a lot of these people are our ops. So yeah, sound like a Trumper. I take that as a compliment. I don't like what Trump, I can feel myself right now that I don't like what Trump said about Gaza. I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb. I'm just telling y'all off the top of my head. Like when I first heard it, I haven't really looked into the details of it. But to say that America is going to take over God, I think that's dumb. I think it just doesn't make any sense. I have no problem saying that. I have an issue with Trump, and I have a strong feeling. Now we're going to see how it all plays out, but I have a strong feeling about some of the dealings, the involvement that it looks like Trump may get us involved with when it comes to Israel. Got no problem calling it out. So this is the difference. You may say I'm a Trumper, cool, but I have no problem calling Donald Trump out on the stuff that I dislike. I dislike the fact that your campaign slogan, it took me a long time to get past over Make America Great Again. Initially, it took me a lot to just thought it was insensitive. Just thought by him, and I didn't feel like he felt the need to elaborate on what it meant. I think it was very insensitive to a lot of people who don't feel that America has been great to us and Black people in particular. I have no problem doing that. But y'all won't call out anybody on y'all side. Matter of fact, by y'all not calling out people, now we got all this craziness happening with school because Vaughn's people like you have not been willing to call out the Democratic Party in certain ways, and will just continue to vote for them. I don't think you voted for them this time, or you said you didn't. I don't know. You tell us. Yeah, I'm just messing with them. But I think because people haven't been willing to call out the Democratic Party, that is exactly why the Democratic Party, the politicians have felt comfortable pushing all these crazy things. I don't know. Like, so what? Like, I don't like, yo, nobody's perfect. It's like we live in this utopia bubble that we think that people are perfect. Nah, everybody ain't perfect. I disagree with the stuff that I was thinking a year ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It is what it is. Like Earth said, RFK Jr. is a big win for America. And the fact that we're allowing people to not see it as that says a lot about us. And it says a lot about our culture. It says a lot about how we're just so comfortable being out of shape. We're so comfortable eating all these processed foods. We're so comfortable having all these diseases, this disease epidemic. Let's keep going with the video.
And ultimately, he asked my
MAGA gang, Vons, Trumper. Who cares, bro? It's this emotional stuff. Like
father to run for president against Johnson. My father wouldn't do it at that time, and he asked Gene McCarthy. McCarthy did it, and he joined that campaign. And my father ultimately ran, and Johnson then dropped out. So Al Lowenstein succeeded. And although Al Lowenstein was on the other side now, running against my father with Gene McCarthy, my father wrote him a note, a quote from Emerson, where he said, if a single man plant himself firmly on his own ideal and there abide, the whole wide world will come around to him. For 20 years, I've gotten up every morning on my knees and prayed that God would put me in a position where I can end the childhood chronic disease epidemic in this country. On August 23rd of last year, God sent me President Trump. All right. And he gave me he's now given me, he's kept every promise that he's made to me. He's kept his word in every account and gone way beyond it. I'm so grateful to you, Mr. President. A lot of people told me that I couldn't trust President Trump, that I better get it in writing. And we did a handshake, and everything that he told me he was going to do, he has done.
Right. Everything he told me he was going to do, he has done. All right, let's pivot real quick. I know I wanted to play that whole thing, but just being honest, it's already 10. I want to play this real quick, this clip. This is why I'm excited about RFK Jr. And I'm excited about Trump giving RFK Jr. the power to address these things. Let's are we already there? Hold on. All right, here we go.
1 in 10,000. 1 in 10,000. Now it's 1 in 36. Who can believe that? There's something wrong. There's something wrong, and I think it's something that can be found out. Long ago, 1 in 10,000 people, children, had autism. Now it's 1 in 36. Think of that. 1 in 10,000 1 in 10,000, now it's 1 in 36.
We went from 1 in 10,000 kids getting autism to 1 in 36. What else could be contributing to this other than what we're putting in our body and what we're doing with our body? Is it, or unless you believe it's a spiritual thing? Who's been willing to call this stuff out? Who's been willing to address these things? I haven't heard the other side address these things. I haven't heard the other side have the courage to call out very powerful people that make a lot of money, who it looks like may be contributing to a lot of these things. Whether it's all the things that we're giving our babies as soon as they're born, we're giving them all these shots and stuff like that.
Who can believe that? There's something wrong. There's something wrong, and I think it's something that can be found out. Long ago, 1 in 10.
There's something wrong. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. Let's hold on. Let me figure out. I think we got through everything that I wanted to make sure that we've got through. Hold on. All right. So the only thing that we missed was the pastor. We'll catch up with that on Monday. I got a couple meetings and my parents are in town, so I'm going to hang out with my folks today. So I'm going to jump off of here. All right. So Vons. All right, Vons. Yo, Ben's funny. All right. Let me catch up with the comments real quick. Vons wrote, agree. We got to call Dems out. They act like they're infallible. That's a fact. Bez quoted RFK Jr. and said, God sent us President Trump. Won't he do it? Hey, Bez, won't he do it? God is great, right? Yo, Bez, 1 in 36 is crazy. Ebony wrote, mental health. And we know physical health and mental health, in my opinion, go hand in hand. And all this propaganda contributes to a lot of this mental health stuff as well. Is what we allow ourselves to become emotionally triggered by, in my opinion, contributes to our mental health as well. What you're putting in your body is a spiritual thing as well. Okay, and I'm with you. Trump keeps his word. That goes a long way, bad or good. Air pollution is another thing. Definitely, that's definitely another thing. Age, yeah, but I don't know if that's what we're talking about as far as the health crisis, and yeah, but the age, yeah, I get what you're saying. All right, so let's do this. Y'all know we do at the end of every show. We take 45 seconds to clear our mind. It's Friday. Y'all know what we set out every Sunday and Monday to do. Make this our greatest week ever. I'm going to try to get y'all out of here as soon as possible. Hopefully we can be out of here in 2 minutes. We're going to do our 45 seconds. Do whatever it is that you need to do in your 45 seconds. Breath work, meditation, manifestation, whatever it is, clear your mind. I don't know. Pick your nose. Do whatever it is you need to do, like Lil X. Whatever it is you need to do. If you're in a safe place, close your eyes. The goal is to, after this show, in the next 2 minutes, to put ourselves in the best mindset to finish out this week so that we can say this was our greatest week ever. So with that, 45 seconds. If you're in a safe place, close your eyes. We will begin now. All right, 2 more breaths. We're going to exhale all the BS. Inhale all positive energy. Exhale that BS. Anything holding us back from becoming the greatest version of ourselves, and inhaling all the positive. Life is amazing. Life is great. We all got the opportunity to do some things special, all right? I pray that everybody's confident. I pray that everybody gets whatever you want. Whatever it is that you want in life, I hope that you have the confidence to go out there and get it. Whatever's for you, whatever you feel is for you, that's for you. Y'all know we come here to do elevate on purpose, both from an intentional standpoint as well as challenging ourselves to up our standards so we can become the leaders that we need to become, as well as to grow into the people that we need to become in order to accomplish the outlandish, arrogant, crazy goals that all of us are capable of. Strength and honor. Strength and honor, onward and upward. Get to that bag. Today's the Fridays where you look in your bag and make sure that you did all the things or you didn't do all the things that are aligned with the big picture goal. What's in my bag is in my bag. What's in your bag is in your bag. Y'all know what I focus on: peace, love, happiness, and health, wealth, and in everything we do, integrity. And with that, yeah, Ebony is funny, yo. Hold on. Ebony, I'm John. I can't close my eyes, but I'll be have a good weekend from Ant Good People. Queen sent the fire emojis. Y'all know what it is. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Oh, matter of fact, yo, Sunday, we got the first Sunday show. So Ebony, matter of fact, Ebony, I'm asking you while we're on the show, Ebony, on Sunday, if you want to tap in, we're doing a Sunday supper, Sunday dinner, Sunday conversation. I don't even know if we've even picked the, yeah, we did pick the time. Hold on. I got to forget. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me look at my phone. Hold on. So on Sunday, we're doing that. Remember, I told y'all we're going to do more of a Zoom show. I'm just going to be moderating. I'm not even going to be giving my opinion like that. At least that's how I'm feeling now, unless there's just not a lot of people on and I got to chime in. I'm just going to be stoking the fire here and there. But let me, what time did we say? I think we said 7 to 9. So come in as long as you can. You don't have to stay for the entire show. But we're just going to be having a conversation, chill, super relaxed, laid back. We're not, no arguments, no nothing. We're just having conversations. Very chill. I have to emphasize that. Very chill. Oh, I said 2 minutes. So let me get out of here. Ebony Rowe, great show. Glad to catch it. Thank you. Peace and abundance, y'all. Camming up, Ed. Where you at? Yeah, we'll be camming up. And it'll give us a chance to, you know, it's nice to be dressed up, to look nice on the camera, cam up, you know, network with people, meet new people and whatnot, and present ourselves to whoever will be watching. But on that note, I'll see y'all soon. Yeah, Eb, you don't see this chat? Oh, you don't see the chat? Why can't I see the other people? Oh, I thought you saw the chat. All right, Ebony, I'm gonna send you a DM. I'm gonna send you a message. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Have a great weekend and finish on a Friday.